So exciting. This is going to take me most of the month to put together and get the furniture, but I really wanted to show you a sneak peek of it. It looks like a mess, but it's not. I've got this, okay? I thought I would tell you about how I even found this space. In the last video, I talked about how I've been looking for a different space to fill my needs better. And part of that is just talking to people all the time. About 2 months ago, I had coffee with a friend. She was telling me about the place she worked at expanded so much they had to move sites. They had to go to another building. And they're still kind of using the old building, but it seems so sad and empty. I was like, oh, okay. And then a couple days later, I said, hey, would they actually be interested in subletting part of that space? And that's how it all started. All right, I have now 4 days left in this current studio space, and I am heading to the new space because there's a wall I need to paint, and I thought that would be a great time to show you around because I'm also meeting Frank there and giving him a tour of the new space. He hasn't seen it yet. So I thought I'd just give you a look of what the new studio looks like before I fix it up. And show you, I'll be showing you some of the process of that. So I have just a couple of things I need to pick up here, and then I need to go get the paint and get on over to the new space. I can't wait to show you. Okay, let's go. All right, there, where is it? Right there is the new space. And here's Frank. Hello. And Frank hasn't seen the space. So this is the first day I'm really gonna spend any time in there. I got some paint. We're gonna paint the big wall. Well, I am. Yeah. I love the green, but it's gonna put a color cast on the Doug. So let's go take a look.
Okay.
Hopefully the other people aren't here right now. I don't want to disturb them. So I'll tell you that story in a little bit, but let's go see the space. So we just came in the front door, and tomorrow, I'm meeting the window people. So I'm going to have my name put on here too. And on that window, I'll put my logo. And so this will be like everybody's entry right here. So the plan is to have kind of a sofa table here and some kind of chair or bench and a big print right there and rack cards and business cards of both of us that are in this space. So that's cool. The reason that this is perfect is because they are rehab veterinarians. And so they have all this kind of exercise equipment, and then they do other specialty things like acupuncture. They've gotten really busy, so they moved to a bigger space. But they didn't want to let go of this space. They have the lease till this fall. And now they've gotten so busy, they have to bring some of their work back to this space. So then we've been talking back and forth for several weeks and finally came to an agreement that I can rent part of the space, the big gym, and they would continue to use the small gym and some of the exam rooms in the back. And then they're only going to be there. This is the 2 veterinarians that open the practice. They're each going to pick a day to practice there starting in a month. So they said they're going to be there Wednesdays and Thursdays, and I will be there. I've decided Tuesday, Friday, and then, we can kind of come and go whenever we want. We're trying to avoid each other just so that the dogs aren't very distracted. The dogs can hear each other. And so we're trying to figure out what's best for the dogs. That's how that came about. And now I just really have to get all this stuff over there. So that's the story of how I found the space. This is what they call the small gym, and that's what they're going to use. And then there's a hall that goes to the kitchen and a bunch of the exam rooms / offices. And then this is what used to be called the big gym. So here we are. Okay, hi Frank. Ta-da! So this is the space. I'll bring my GoPro in so I can see the full thing. But if I remember right, it is 13 feet wide and 26 feet long, and almost exactly the same square footage as my current studio, but just configured differently. Yeah.
I was thinking about your other studio, the ceilings look like a standard, 8-foot.
Yeah. What's interesting about this space, as I was told, was this used to be one big open area. And then when they moved in, they needed to section it off. But because originally this was built to fire code with the sprinkler system up there, they couldn't build walls all the way to the ceiling. So that's why there's like these half walls. So these are about 5.5 feet tall, and that's okay. This is the space. So that end will have the backdrop and lights and all that. And this end that I'm standing in will be client meeting area. Yeah, so exciting. This is going to take me most of the month to put together and get the furniture, but I really wanted to show you a sneak peek of it first. So yay, this is the new space. Woohoo. Not only do I get to use the main area that I've got that's closed off to me, but I can use the kitchen, the bathroom, the laundry room. There's a little desk area and storage spot just behind my studio space. I'm excited. So I think it's gonna be a really cool setup. Okay, it is moving day. I've got Steve here helping me. Thanks, babe. And we're loading everything into the car. We think it's gonna take maybe 3 or 4 loads to get it all to the new studio. I've tried to get it just as organized as I possibly could. It looks like a mess, but it's not. I've got this, okay? 2 days left.
Well, it's going to go up front with you.
Okay. I already have a bunch of stuff, but okay.
Okay.
Hope it closes. Oh, it's shaky. Okay, we're all moved into the new space. Thanks, Steve, for helping move everything. It only took 2 cars full, which is crazy. So I painted all day yesterday, half the day at least. And this is everything. This is pretty much everything. Yeah, we have big plans. Here, let me take this off of here and I'll show you. I really don't have anything for the entry at this point. I have my bench and I'm looking for a table to go right there. And I've talked to the sign people to put my information on the window. So there's really nothing to show right now in the entry. I have all these things, all of the backgrounds. Steve is devising a way to mount them on this wall. So we've got some ideas there, probably two rolls deep and 5 wide. Gonna put a curtain across here. So this section will be storage. And then the background will go right in front of it. So I'll have a couple feet of storage right there. This will be the studio area right in here. We're thinking about building a little stage platform for the dogs to get up on so I don't have to be all the way on the floor. I'll put my lighting gear under here, bookshelves, other storage. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to arrange all of this. For now, I brought over this cubby, and so I've got the boxes that go in there. I would like to get something a little bit nicer though. So the TV will go on there. And then right here will be, a love seat or a couple of chairs. So this is client side and then photography side. So that's where we're at and what's happening, and I probably won't do any more updates after this until everything is complete. So that's where we're at right now. If you haven't seen the video before this of how why I moved, be sure to watch that and tune in for a future video and all the other videos on here about pet photography. So there you go. The in-process view of the new location for Silver Paw Studio. All right. I wish you many woofs, purrs, and TREATSs. Bye.